Yeah, I don't know about this video, everyone. Like, I hope you enjoy it. It's something really different. And after I watched it back and edited it, I thought, fuck, it's pretty dry. So let me know if you do like it, because I've got a whole stack of arcane cards to go through. Like, it'll be twice as long as this one. Going to be checking out how true to the lore is the DDO game. I've got a box here of Paladin spellbook cards. I'm going to crack it open and see if the cards are the same as in the game. Now, the game is based on 3.5e, and these are much newer than that. I think they're 2018. So we'll cut them open with a knife. Yep, knives are good for more than just slitting your wrist. Perfect. People love this, apparently. Check that out. Oh, God. That is soothing. Soothing to the soul. Soothing to the soul. Oh, wow. I'm so relaxed now. Get rid of that rubbish. All right, let's crack them open. Comes in a nice little box. $10 retail. Love that. Oh, more plastic. Jesus. There you go. So it looks like in the box. Got a nice little thing over here to peel it, maybe. Rip into that. Edit this so it looks professional. Taking off that. And plastic off the top. Bottom. This is a giant stack of cards. I don't think Paladin even has this many spells in the game. So let's find out the first spell here. Bane. Bane is in the game, but this just gives you a roll it for a d4. The Bane spell is actually in the Cleric spellbook and Favoured Soul. I don't know that Paladins get it at all. Bless. Hell yeah, look at that. One action to cast. What if you have Quicken? Lasts up to 1 minute. In the game it can last like 20, 30 minutes. The bonus is the same. Increases your attack rolls. I believe that is quite similar to in the game. Love that. The art on the back is the same. Command. Paladins don't even get command in the game. This is a little bit different from in the game. I think this command spell here just makes you able to tell the mob something rather than just sitting down like in the game. You get an extra creature per every few levels. Love that. Compelled duel. Now this isn't in the game. Maybe it should be. You just duel a creature. Detect evil and good. This isn't in the game either, but it lasts 10 minutes. You can tell if someone is deceiving you. Very cool. Very cool. I thought there'd be some more art on these, but anyway, that's alright. Detect magic is the next one here. Check that one out. Yeah, Paladins don't get this either. You can just sense magic within you, so if you want to find secret doors or something, I guess. Okay. That's cool. Check that one out. Yep, that's this video is not as exciting as I thought it was going to be. Detect poison and disease. Makes you aware of poisons. So that's very helpful. Not in the game. Oh, this one's in the game. Here we go. This one's a hit, guys. For this set, this one's going to go for heaps on the secondary market. Cast it on yourself, same as Divine Favor in the game. Empowers you with Divine Radiance until the spell ends. Your weapon attacks deal an extra 1d4 radiant damage. So this is almost like what we'd have in the game as another dice of light damage. But Divine Favor gives luck bonus to hitting damage in DDO. So we've really strayed from the path. Ensnaring Strike. Paladins don't get this in the game. That sounds like a ranger spell. This basically roots the enemy in place after you hit them with your weapon, and they take piercing damage. So there's nothing like this in the game that I know of. Maybe a Blight caster type spell. Here we go. This one's in the game. Heroism. Whoa, look at that one. Yeah, it's the same as in the game. Gives you bravery. Immune to being frightened. So that's the fear immunity. Just this. We have greater heroism for fear immunity in DDO. It's just heroism must be the same thing. And the higher level you are, the more allies you can target with it. So that's cool. It's a bit different from the game as well. Hunter's Mark has just recently come to the game as an enhancement, hasn't it? You choose a creature, and you do extra damage to it. Only 1d6. I believe in the game we get 10% extra damage. Cool. Protection from evil and good. We have protection from evil because I don't think players can actually be evil in the game. they lose some attack against you, similar to the game, I guess. So you get AC against those mobs. That's cool. Components, VSM. That means, what, vocal somatic material. Okay. I assume stuff on the back is like spell level 1. Purify food and drink. There you go. It's in case you don't want to get poisoned or anything like that. That's not in the game at all. Sanctuary. Here we go. What's this one do? You ward a creature within range against attack. See, this is in the game. The Sanctuary in the War Priest tree, I think it just gives you some PRR. Cool. Searing Smite here. Oh, that sounds pretty cool. Can we read that? Is that going to focus? Come on, boys. There we are. Next time you hit a creature with a melee weapon, your weapon flares with white hot intensity. Oh, cool. An extra 1d6 fire damage. Yeah, this could be added to the game pretty easily. At higher levels, you get an extra dice. So something like this could be implemented pretty easily if it isn't already implemented in the way Imbue dice are. Searing Smite. So it's kind of in the game, but not under the same name. Shield of Faith. Now, Shield of Faith is in the game. You get +2 bonus to AC for as long as this lasts. That's very similar to in-game, so that's cool. They've stayed true to Shield of Faith. Love that. Speak with animals. I think we might have this one. Sounds like more like a druid spell than a paladin. So beasts, you're able to communicate with beasts for information and whatever you can perceive. Up to the DM though. Oh, this should be in the game. Thunderous Smite. That sounds pretty cool. The first time you hit with a melee weapon attack during this spell's duration, your weapon rings with thunder that is audible within 300 feet of you. The attack deals an extra 2d6 thunder damage. Additionally, if the target is a creature, it must succeed a strength saving throw or be pushed 10 feet away. So we have no knockback mechanics as far as I know in the game. So this is pretty cool. But that 2d6 thunder should be like 100d6, like if you agree. Now moving on to Wrathful Smite. Oh, another Smite. Are we still in the first tier of spells? Yep. Wrathful Smite. Next time you hit with a melee weapon, you do 1d6 psychic damage. So we don't have psychic damage in the game. And they must make a wisdom save. I think we call that will saves, or be frightened. So that's cool. I don't know that the paladins have too much fear-based attacks. So that's an interesting idea. Love that. 8. Oh, this is a buff. Your spell bolsters your allies with toughness and resolve. Choose up to 3 creatures within range, and each target's hit point maximum is increased by 5. Yeah, so we have this in the game, and it basically works exactly the same, and I think it it almost has the same number. Aid gives like 5 HP. Actually gives you a little bit more. And you can see on the bottom here, when you're at higher levels, you get an additional 5. So it is very similar to what's in the game. Very cool. The devs have done the right thing there. Branding Smite. Another Smite. That's on brand. So the next time you hit a creature, it does 2d6 radiant damage, or we probably call it light damage. And it makes things visible. That's cool. And as you get stronger, the damage gets an extra dice. So this could be similar to like an Imbue that we have in the game. So this kind of exists, but all these different kinds of smites are just taken into Imbue. Cool. Fine Steed. I'll read this one, I guess. You summon a spirit that assumes the form of an unusually intelligent, strong, and loyal steed. Okay. The steed takes on a form that you choose, such as a warhorse, pony, or a camel, or a mastiff. That's cool. The steed has the stats of the chosen form. It's got intelligence of 5. Okay, and it can understand one language if you get to 6 int. This is some real role-playing shit here. Your steed serves as a mount. Yeah. Interesting. While mounted, you can make any spell you cast that targets you also target your steed. See page 240. I didn't get the book, though. So that's cool. There is a charge spell or enhancement for these guys, for paladins, but Fine Steed is not in the game. They monetized mounts anyway, so it's not a spell. Hold Person. Did you guys know that paladins can hold person? I did not. So you choose a humanoid that you see within range, and yeah, wisdom saving throw, yep. Or it's paralyzed for the duration and is made helpless. Yeah, I guess every turn it makes the save, tries to make the save again. Similar to in the game. And the higher your level is, an extra like creature per level you've kind of raised. Can we get that in focus instead of focusing my stupid fucking fingers? Hello? Hello. Right, Lesser Restoration. Now that's in the game. Love that. You touch a creature and can either remove its disease or a condition, blinded, deafened, paralyzed, or poisoned. That's cool. So that is in the game, Lesser Resto. I guess it does work like that. So it's another spell that Paladins have in the game. That's very cool. Very accurate. Love that. Locate Object. Paladins don't have this, unless you've splashed some rogue and you've got some search. You describe the name of the object, and then you can sense the direction that object is in regards to your character's location. No, Paladins don't get this at all. Yeah, that's interesting. I didn't know we could do that with Pallies. Alright, what's this one? Magic Weapon. So you just touch a non-magical weapon, and until the spell ends, it gets a +1 bonus to attack and damage. We already have this in the game. It's not a Paladin spell. Magic weapons just get stronger as they get higher level. And when you cast this spell from your 4th level or higher, it gets +2 instead. And at 6th level or higher, it gets +3. So, yeah, much the same as weapons in the game. However, we're up to level 2 spells now. Guys, get pumped. Misty Step. I think monks would get this, right? Maybe even the Sacred Fists. So briefly, surrounded by a silvery mist, you teleport up to 30 feet to an unoccupied space that you can see. Sounds like a mundane step. So it is in the game, but fuck, I don't think Paladins get it at all. So there you go. Oh, this is good. This one's straight out of a MOBA, Moonbeam. It's a 2nd level evocation spell. So Paladins don't actually get evocation spells, as far as I know. A silvery beam of pale light shines down in a 5-foot radius. Big cylinder. And the creature enters this spell's area, or starts its turn there. It gets flamed, feels some pain, must make a fort save or a con save, and takes 2d10 radiant damage. So we have nothing like that in the game. It would be light damage though, wouldn't it? Yeah, and as you get higher, it's probably going to do another extra d10. Sure is. So there you go. That is Moonbeam. That would be cool. A caster kind of Paladin. Very unlikely though, as far as I know. Protection from poison. You can get this from a potion in the game. So you touch a creature, if it's poisoned, you neutralize the poison. Alright, Warding Bond. How good's this one? Look at that one. Jeez, where's the art on these things? $10, Jesus. So Warding Bond here. Let's get that to focus, boys. You need a pair of platinum rings. So that's like your components. 50 gold each. Whoa. You got to wear them for the duration. And the spell wards you and creates a mystic connection between you and the target until the spell ends. If they're close to you, they get a bonus to AC. So if you die, it goes away. So we have this Warding Bond. We have this as the just the Paladin's aura kind of thing. So it's in the game in a way, I guess. Very cool. Zone of Truth. A magical zone that guards against deception in a 15-foot radius sphere centered on a point of your choice within range. It sounds like that enhancement, which is called Consecration in the Epic Divine Crusader tree. Creatures that enter the area must make a Charisma saving throw. Otherwise they can't speak. That's interesting. It's like Consecration, but it makes them speak the truth, I guess. Zone of Truth. Aura of Vitality. Healing energy radiates from you in an aura with a 30-foot radius until the spell ends. The aura moves with you, centered on you. You can use a bonus action to cause one creature in the aura to regain 2d6 hit points. So I think this sounds like the aura that clerics get, and now Sacred Fists can also go from that same Radiant Servant tree and get a similar kind of thing. I think the scaling is a bit bigger in the game. That's cool to see. I guess that's why Paladins kind of got that Radiant Servant tree. Beacon of Hope. Sounds like a favoured soul spell to me. It's a devotion spell. Apparently it says devotion there. The spell bestows hope and vitality. You can just choose as many people as you want though. Each target has advantage on wisdom saving throws and death saving throws. And regains the maximum number of points possible from any healing. That's cool. So you get max healing from a healing spell. But I think Beacon of Hope at the moment just grants a bonus to your defenses, and it's in the favoured soul tree. That's the first 3rd level kind of card that I've seen. Blinding Smite. Another one of these smites. Yeah, what does this one do? Pumped. Next time you hit a creature with a melee weapon attack, during this spell's duration, your weapon flares with bright light and does 3d8 radiant damage. Amazing. They must succeed a con save, so like a fort save, or be blinded. Yeah, cool. That's cool. I think Paladins could use more blinding stuff. That's on brand. And then you get a save every so often. That's cool. So that's not in the game, but it would be cool. Blinding Smite. Get onto that, jury. Create food and water. We just go to the tavern in the game, so this would never be in the game. It's interesting. You can just create yourself some food. Paladins are so handy. What a good support class. Crusader's Mantle. Holy power radiates from you, and it wakes boldness in a friendly creature. Until the spell ends, the aura moves with you, centered on you. While in the aura, each non-hostile creature in the aura deals extra light damage. That's like an AoE buff that would give light damage. That is cool. Crusader's Mantle. It's an Evo spell, though. Interesting. So you can just give some imbue dice to your teammates. I'm not sure if anything like that is in the game. Could be wrong. Leave a comment if I'm wrong, of course. Daylight. Okay, well, I don't know that we have a day-night cycle in the game. 60-foot radius sphere of light spreads out from a point you choose. Look, this one's just never going to be in the game. But it gets rid of darkness if that's kind of a mechanic they ever try to bring in. Maybe it would work in Rainbow in the Dark. You know, that quest where it's completely pitch black. Yeah, there you go. Level 3 spell Daylight. Get that in the game. This is in the game. Choose a creature or magical effect within range. Any spell of 3rd level or lower on the target ends. That's cool. So anything below level 3 is gone. For each spell of 4th level or higher, you've got to do the ability check and you've got to meet the DC to end the spell. So that is in the game, and I think it works very similar. You can get rid of things like, I don't know, Blade Barrier. When you cast a spell using a spell slot of 4th level or higher, you end the effects of everything of a similar level. Yeah, there you go. That's cool. That's in the game. Paladins, however, I don't think they get Dispel Magic. Am I wrong? Let me know. Elemental Weapon. Yeah, that's cool. Artificers get this one, not Pallies. Okay. So if you have a non-magical weapon, well, every weapon we use is magical, pretty much. You get to add Acid, Cold, Fire, Lightning, or Thunder. Lightning or Thunder. Maybe they mean Sonic. Has a +1 bonus to attack, very cool, and has 1d4 damage. 1d4! Crazy. And as you get stronger, it's going to do another 1d4. Cool. Don't really have this in the game. We have elemental weapons, but I don't know that it scales like that. So yeah, very cool. That's an Artificer spell rather than Paladin. Still level 3. Oh, haste. Paladins need haste. Yes. This is up my alley. Haste is the best spell in the game. But you need a Shaving of Licorice Root. I think Licorice Root is in the game. It definitely is. That's cool. Haste. 3rd level transmutation. Choose a willing creature. And then it gets double speed, +2 AC, and advantage on dex saving throws. So saves to your dex, I guess. This action can be used only to take the attack, dash, disengage, hide, or use object action. Alright. So when the spell ends, you can't move or take actions until after its next turn, as a wave of lethargy sweeps over it. So if you use haste, when it ends, you get tired. I would hate for there to be a fatigue after haste. This is in the game. It is very similar. Paladins don't get it. Magic Circle. Oh, is this similar to Globe or Magic Circle Against Evil? We'll have a quick read. Need a lot of expensive ingredients. Must be strong. 10-foot radius, 20-foot tall cylinder. Magical energy centered on a point on the ground that you can see within range. The runes appear wherever the cylinder intersects with the floor and other surfaces. Okay. And you get to pick a type of creature, and that circle affects them in a number of ways. See page 256. I didn't get a book, boys. Sorry. And it gets stronger as you get stronger. So it sounds like maybe you can just get a certain kind of creature that won't be able to go into your magic circle. We have magic circle against evil in the game, so I guess in some respects this is in it. I know if you cast consecration, it does kind of stop undead in it. Undead they get cowards, so yeah, similar. Plant growth. It takes 8 hours. That's Jesus. I don't even play for that long in a week. This spell channels vitality into plants and makes them grow. A creature moving through the area must spend 4 feet of movement for every 1 foot it moves. Okay. So you can exclude one or more areas of any size within the spell's area from being affected. So this is just to slow enemies down and stuff. And if you do it over 8 hours, you enrich the land. Yeah, it'd be nice to be able to cast plant growth on the game to make some of those environments look a bit nicer. Otherwise, yeah, you can harvest the food. You can harvest the food later. How good. Level 3 spell. That isn't in the game at all. Wow. Protection from energy. This is in the game. Should be pretty straightforward. Here we go. For the duration, the willing creature you touch has resistance to the damage type of your choice. Paladins don't get prot from energy. They get resist energy. Protection from energy is a shield against a type of damage. Remove curse, pretty straightforward. Just get rid of the curse. Yeah, they have that. Paladins do have that. You can get it in potions as well. Revivify. That's expensive. You touch a creature that has died within the last minute. That creature returns to life with 1 hit point. This spell can't return to life a creature that has died of old age, nor can it restore any missing body parts. So Revivify isn't in the game. However, we do have Raise Dead and Resurrection and True Resurrection, as you guys know. So it is in the game in a different way, in a different name, I would say, and it doesn't raise them with 1 hit point. It's like 5% HP, so a bit different. Here we go. Spirit Guardians. Let's see what this one does. You call forth Holy Spirits to protect you. They flit around you to a distance of 15 feet for the duration. If you are good or neutral, their spectral form appears angelic or fey. If you're evil, they're fiendish. So when you cast this spell, you designate any number of creatures you see to be unaffected by it. An affected creature's speed is halved in the area. And when the creature enters the area for the first time, on a turn or starts its turn there, it must make a wisdom saving throw. On the failed save, they take 3d8 radiant damage, or 3d8 necrotic if you're evil. So you can be evil paladins in D&D. That's what this game needs, evil paladins. And when you get stronger, it does more damage. That's very cool. That's a very interesting spell. Spirit Guardians, love that. Not in the game yet. Here we go. Aura of Life. Life reserving energy radiates from you in an aura. The aura moves with you, is centered on you. We've seen a few of those. Each non-hostile creature in the aura, including you, has resistance to necrotic damage. I think we have evil damage or negative damage, right? And its hit point maximum can't be reduced, so that's really cool. In addition, a non-hostile living creature gains 1 hit point when it starts its turn in the aura with 0 hit points. Yeah, if you are incapacitated, you come back. Nothing like this is in the game that I know of. Pretty cool though. We're not even halfway there. Aura of Purity. Auras are in the game. Paladins have some auras. Aura moves with you and is centered on you again. If you can't become diseased, resistance to poison damage, and you have extra saving throws against being blinded, charmed, deafened, frightened, paralyzed, poisoned, and stunned. That's stunning. I think Aura of Purity is in the game in a different way. Banishment. That sounds like an arcane spell, but it's a paladin spell. An item distasteful to the target is what you need as a material. You attempt to send one creature that you can see within range to another plane of existence. The target must succeed on a charisma saving throw or be banished. So I don't know if that means that your charisma affects a DC or they need to make a charisma save rather than like a will save, which is based on wisdom. Anyway, and you can get an additional creature for every level. So this banishment is in the game. It works a lot like that. A bit different, but paladins don't get this. Interesting. This one's pretty easy, guys. Death Ward. Oh, a classic. A favourite. First time a target will drop to 0 hit points as a result of taking damage. The target instead drops to 1 hit point. That's pretty cool. So you can't die when you have Death Ward. If the spell is still in effect when the target is subjected to the effect that would kill it instantaneously without dealing damage, that effect is instead negated against the target and the spell ends. So it does ward you from instant death effects like Finger of Death, Wail of the Banshee, Power Word Kill, I guess. And it also stops you from dying. So Death Ward on the card is better. They've had to nerf it into the game. Paladins do get this. It's a great spell. Pretty much on brand, except for the bit where I don't die. Can I have that, please? Don't let me die. We're still going. Oh, Dimension Door. Imagine if Paladins got Dimension Door. That'd be pretty cool. So you can teleport yourself from your current location to any other spot within range. It's a bit different to how it works in the game. You can bring objects with you and stuff. That's cool. And if a creature comes with you, they take force damage. So Paladins can get Dimension Door. How good. Got a bit lazy there. Freedom of movement. I did not know Paladins could get freedom of movement. In DDO, Paladins do not get freedom of movement. So it has similar. Let's have a look. You can't have your speed reduced, and you can't be paralyzed or restrained. That is very on brand. You can spend 5 feet of movement to automatically escape from non-magical restraints, such as manacles or creatures that it has grappled. Being underwater imposes no penalties on the target's movement or attacks. This would be cool if freedom of movement worked like this in DDO and underwater quests weren't such a pain in the ass. But there you go. It's pretty much on brand for how it is in the game. Freedom of movement. Paladins get freedom of movement, but not in the game yet. Cool. Guardian of Faith. I've never heard of this spell at all in my life. A large spectral guardian appears and hovers for the duration in an unoccupied space of your choice that you can see within range. Okay. Alright. Any creature hostile to you that moves to a space within 10 feet of the guardian must succeed a dexterity saving throw. Okay, reflex save. They take 20 radiant damage on a failed save, or half if they do make the save. And that guardian vanishes when it deals 60 total damage. So this isn't in the game at all, but it's an interesting kind of thing, like what you lay it down and then mobs take damage from it. They take some light damage. That's a cool idea. Guardian of Faith. There you go. That's a level 4 spell. Oh, what's going on here? Back into the arcane bloody box again. Ice Storm. A hail of rock and ice pounds the ground in a 20-foot radius. They do 2d8 bludgeoning and 4d6 cold, and half as much on a successful save. Hailstones turn the storm's area of effect into difficult terrain until the end of your next turn. Wow. And as you get stronger, it's going to do another 1d8 of bludgeoning damage. So that's very cool. That's an arcane spell as far as I know in the game, and obviously wizards and sorcerers get it, and even druids. But I did not know paladins can get it, and it is also, the game has pretty much kept it exactly the same. Cool, there you go. Paladin, you can get an ice paladin, like Arthas. Oh, what's this one? Locate creature. You can find a creature. This is not in the game at all. I don't think we'd ever have a reason to have this in the game. Locate creature. Creature you described or named is different forms, such as being under the effects of a polymorph spell. It doesn't work. This spell can't locate a creature if running water at least 10 feet wide blocks a direct path between you and the creature. So this is for some shenanigans in your D&D campaigns, I guess. Not in the game at all. I don't know that it would be relevant in the game unless they made it into some kind of instant teleport or something. Staggering Smite, another Smite, and it's a level 4 one. This is going to be huge. Oh, this one's going to be huge. What does it do? Next time you hit a creature with a melee weapon attack during this spell's duration, your weapon pierces both body and mind. The attack deals an extra 46 psychic damage, force damage, and they must make a wisdom saving throw, or will saving throw. Otherwise, it gets disadvantage on ability checks, and it can't take reactions. Okay. So Staggering Smite would be cool. Maybe it would do extra damage and stun creature or something. That'd be cool. Not in the game, but could possibly be. Stone Skin. I did not know paladins could get Stone Skin. Makes you as hard as stone, and the target has resistance to non-magical bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing damage. Non-magical. So it seems a bit weak here. I think in the game you get DR to everything except adamantine, up to like 120 points of damage or something around there, maybe more. So it is in the game. It's not a paladin spell, but now you guys know it could be a paladin spell. Oh, this is in the game, right? Banishing Smite. Not quite. It's not quite in the game. Next time you hit a creature with a weapon attack before the spell ends, your weapon crackles with force and it does 5d10 force damage. So psychic damage is different to force damage. No, I know. It reduces the target to 50 hit points or fewer. You banish it. Wow. So we have banishing weapons in the game that don't quite work like this. If it's native to the plane you're on, the creature vanishes into a harmless demi-plane. While there, the target is incapacitated. It remains there until the spell ends, at which point the target reappears in the space it left or nearest unoccupied space. Okay. So you're just banishing stuff, and if they live here with you, just put them in timeout. Put them in timeout. Circle of Power. Oh, that's focus for me, babe. What's this one do? Divine energy radiates from you, distorting and diffusing magical energy within 30 feet. Until the spell ends, the sphere moves with you, centered on you, for the duration. Each friendly creature in the area, including you, has advantage on saving throws against spells and other magical effects. When an affected creature succeeds on a saving throw made against a spell or magical effect, that allows it to make the saving throw to take only half damage. Instead, takes no damage. So, basically, you get some saves. We have similar effects on different spell names, I guess. Shout out if I'm wrong. What's this one? Commune. You contact your deity or a divine proxy and ask up to 3 questions that can be answered with a yes or no. Am I good at the game? No. You must ask your questions before the spell ends, and you get a correct answer for each question. Very cool. This is good for when you're role-playing in your D&D campaigns. Divine beings aren't necessarily omniscient, so you might receive unclear as an answer. Alright. So this is never going to be in the game at all. Never in any way. Okay, cool. Commune with nature. Gives you information about the surrounding land. So not in the game. Would probably be a nature spell. If we get to the focus, you'd see that I'm not lying to you. Hello? $200 camera. Let's fucking do your thing, mate. Let's go. What's happening? Destructive wave. You strike the ground, creating a burst of divine energy that ripples outward from you. Each creature you choose within 30 feet must succeed a con save or take 5d6 thunder damage and 5d6 radiant or necrotic damage. You choose. And be knocked prone. A creature that succeeds takes half damage and isn't knocked prone. That's cool for a paladin. It sounds more like a barbarian kind of move, but yeah, awesome. And it's a level 5 spell. Dispel evil and good. So you get protected from fae, undead, and creatures originating from beyond the material plane. So that's it. It makes you a little bit stronger against creatures that you don't like. That's interesting. I must be missing something there. It doesn't seem very strong for level 5 spell, and I don't think this is in the game. Dispel evil and good. Flame strike. Now we know that favoured souls and clerics get this. A vertical column of fire roars down from the heavens in a location you specify. Well, that'd be nice if you could specify the location in the game, and it gets stronger as you get stronger as well. That's cool. So that's Flame Strike is in the game. I didn't know paladins can get it. I feel like paladin casters are becoming more and more of a likely reality. Let's go. What's next? Gay as. This video. You place a magical command on a creature, forcing it to carry out some service. If the creature can understand you, okay, it must succeed in a wisdom saving throw or become charmed. While the creature is charmed by you, it takes 5d10 psychic damage each time it acts in a manner directly counter to your instructions, but no more than once each day. Did you hear that, Hearsome? You can't just make me dance and run in circles fucking 5 times, mate. Because that Dryad in the Demigod raid is the only place in the game where I've seen this. And I didn't know that paladins could do it. And as you get stronger, I think it lasts a little bit longer. So this isn't in the game for characters to use, but it compels them to do as you say. Hold monster again. Oh, must have had hold person earlier. So you choose a creature, you can see, and it must make a wisdom saving throw. That is on brand, or be paralyzed. Has no effect on dead. Perfect. This one is straight into the game. I did not know paladins could get hold monster. So as I said, the arcane paladin is very, very close at hand. Raise dead. This one's pretty straightforward. If someone is dead, you can raise them. It closes mortal wounds, but doesn't restore body parts. So luckily we don't lose our body parts in this game. The game, paladins get that. Raise dead. That's it. That's raise dead. That is in the game. Awesome. That was an easy one. Scrying. Okay. What's this all about? You can see and hear particular creature you choose that is on the same plane as existence. Oh, this is for being sneaky and listening in on conversations. You can just listen to them for 24 hours. The spell creates an invisible sensor if you fail. You can see and hear through the sensor as if you were there. The sensor moves with the target, remaining within 10 feet for the duration. So it's just like a little microphone, and you can listen to the person scrying. So that this doesn't really have a use in the game, I guess. It's more for when you're doing your role-playing. Vengeance. Paladin Vengeance spell. Okay. Lucky last, boys. Tree Stride. So what does this one do? You gain the ability to enter a tree and move from inside it to inside another tree of the same kind. This is going to be a ranger spell. Paladin? It's going to be rangers. What are we talking about? Paladin. Okay. You must use 5 feet of movement into a tree. You instantly know the location of all other trees of the same kind within 500 feet, and as part of the move used to enter the tree, you can either pass into one of those trees or step out of the tree you're in. You appear in a spot of your choice within 5 feet of the destination tree. Okay, then you have no movement left, and you can use this once per round. So that will probably never be in the game. It sounds like a ranger would get it, not a paladin, maybe a druid. It's an interesting kind of take on movement, and I don't see it being effective in this game or being part of it. Anyway, yeah, that video was a bit chaotic, guys. If you enjoyed it, let me know. I've got plenty more of these things, and maybe if we get to 1,000 subs or something one day, we just give all these cards away to some, keen role player, someone that wants to play a paladin in tabletop, pen and paper or something. It's pretty, apparently it's pretty popular these days. Shit, there was a lot of cards there. If you've gotten this far, I've got a special code for you to use in the in-game shop. No, not really. Not really. All right. Take it easy, boys. See you in the next video. Peace.